Welcome to our Two Posh podcast with my beautiful co-hosts, my daughter Marcella.
Hello.
And my son's girlfriend Whitley.
Hi.
And our Spider.
Hello.
I always want to refer to Spider as our Charlie's angel. He's always behind the scenes.
What's his name?
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, and no one ever saw him.
Bosley.
It was
Bosley.
Bosley. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have been doing recaps of the world hit show Dancing Queen, and Marcella is a cast member on that show. And today we are going to recap episodes 7 and 8. And episode 7 is called Reigning Supreme. And it starts with the thing that also has touched me, and every episode you see Justin praying, and he prays with the kids and he prays by himself, and I find it so special, and you can just tell how connected he is even spiritually. And he said every morning he thanks Jesus, and he says that he had a dream that one day his name would be in lights. And when he says it makes me very teary, because it really has
This show
happened.
has made my mom the
Oh my
most
gosh.
emotional
It's so
over
emotional
anything
to me.
else.
I know.
I'm like, I've never seen you like this.
It's so emotional and inspiring. I mean, when you see someone's like dream comes like together, I find it so amazing. And because I know how much hard work it is, and I feel like I've seen him work so hard too, and it's just really special. And we watch him go in that recording studio and recording his first original song, which I thought was so funny. And
It's just so, I mean, I think that he's just so, I said it before, he's just so confident. Like, goes in there like he just has done that forever. Like,
Right.
it doesn't even matter. I'm like, oh my God, I'd be so nervous.
Yeah.
right.
That engineer in that studio, when they all walked in, looked like he was like, what the hell did I get myself
I know.
into?
I
know.
noticed that too.
It did.
But like he knew. I was like, how
I know.
do you know? I would not know what I'm doing.
Right. It was like he didn't even need lessons. He just kind
I
of goes
know.
for it. Amazing. And
Yeah, I know.
and Edgar and Chris are there with him, and even in the song he mentions Edgar, come do this, and he's
I
laughing.
love that.
I know, it's cute because it's real life again.
Even at his that drag parade at his apartment, anytime he needed something,
Edgar,
he's like,
Edgar!
Edgar! And I was like, damn, who's Edgar? I was like, oh, he's my right hand man.
Really, really, really funny. Then we see them rehearsing for they're getting ready to go on a trip to Arkansas, and what
I don't know.
That's how you said Arkansas.
they make
I was like, where?
I'm from Austria, and they
Arkansas.
make fun of my accent.
Arkansas.
It's like, yeah, but you get so close. It's just like the
I know.
weirdest
Yeah.
little things.
Like, "Yee."
What was the one episode back where you say Shamu?
Shamu.
Who? Shamu.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if Shamu is even alive.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't either. My gosh, so sad.
Watch
So-
Blackfish. I think that's sad.
I know.
Yeah, right. That's a crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids are working on their solos. Justin and Celeste are rehearsing some of their solos, and we see Leah and Willow and Kiana, and they Justin has to get ready to perform in Spain, and he's going in Barcelona, and he's going there with Shangela, and they're getting ready. Edgar and Chris are helping him pack and pick out the outfits, and it's funny because they pick out really flashy and stuff. It's his first time performing there, so it's very exciting. And they pack everything, and he makes Edgar put his suitcase in the car, and they're all very excited. And he said that he this time is going to perform in front of a huge audience, his own original song, and that he's nervous, but he's like, why would I lip sync to someone else's song?
Yeah.
That's smart.
It cracked me up when Chris was like, well, if you forget the words, all they speak is Spanish anyway.
I know.
Right. And he said, like, when they got over there, he said he had no sleep, and Shangela was sleeping on top of him on the plane, and just exhausted. But he says that sometimes it requires no sleep. Like he said, don't dream it, just be it. And sleep is not very important when you have such amazing things going on. And you see the people lined up for the show, and everyone is excited to see Alyssa Edwards, really the most, it seems like. And there are thousands of people there, and
so famous there.
So famous, and it's unbelievable.
Barcelona. I love when he said that.
And his performance is, I mean, unbelievable. People are freaking out, literally, and you can tell after he gets off stage, he is just the adrenaline is still going, and he can't believe it. And he says, I did that. I really just did that.
Yeah,
a little
amazing
gay boy from Mesquite, Texas. I did that.
It's cool.
So that is so special to see. I'm not going to say it, but it did anyways. Made me teary again. And then you see him go back to... he's back in Mesquite. He has to go back home because he has to go to Arkansas with the kids for the competition. So you see him standing in his bathroom, and he looks like elated, exhausted, excited, all at the same time, saying this quiet little prayer by himself. And then his sister Tiffany calls him and congratulates him to his song that she had just heard, and you can tell that makes him happy.
Yeah.
And then the studio, the kids and the moms, they're all getting ready to pack for the trip, and there's this big bus. They're all going on the same bus, and Justin drives up and he's like, what the heck? I just had 2 suitcases. I performed the biggest show ever in Spain. And what is all this? They can't fit anything in the bus. They have so much stuff, like all the costumes and props, and nothing fits. And it's just crazy. And he's like, why does everything have to be a cluster? What we're doing?
Fuck.
Anything. And so they all on the bus, and they're driving there, and I'm like, some people are asleep, and they show that on the show. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would die if I fall asleep. I know.
It's also like a party bus, though.
Yeah.
Like, they were getting down.
Oh yeah, they were
drinking. Yeah,
I want a shirt that says "Put your beer down and let's pray."
Yeah.
From her, I can't remember her name, but she's like, "Put your beer down and let's pray," like in the megaphone.
And then you hear Dawn in the background. I don't think I've ever prayed before with champagne in my hands.
I thought that was great.
That was really, really, really great. And there was another thing in this episode that made me laugh, because Chris Sapphire, one of Justin's best friends from House of Edwards, he is helping Justin get ready to go to Spain. And he puts on that big blonde wig, and he goes, my God, this makes me feel skinnier. And then people had always told him to do drag, but he goes, I just don't think so. I would look like Shaquille O'Neal.
I think he's so cute.
I know. He's like pretty. And he has a beard, like, and it looks pretty.
I know.
Yes.
Every time I see him, I think he's so handsome.
I'm like, wow.
He's the only man I call lovely on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he is.
I agree. Him and Dylan are just really pretty.
Yeah.
Right. Something else. Anyways. So, and then also, he says in that episode that he's, when he thinks of his career, and even though how famous he is now and how big it is and how many amazing things are happening, he feels like he's just getting started. And that his greatest dream of all was to share his voice with all around the world. And you see him writing in his journal. And I think that is something that he has really implemented in his life. Like with everything, he started journaling a lot. And that's how he, I think, has learned to forgive more and do a lot of things.
It's definitely very forgiving.
Very, very, very. Then you see the competition in when they arrive, and then he goes, everyone needs to go to bed because call time is 7, which behind the scenes competitions are so exhausting. I'm as a dance mom, so darn exhausting. Like, why do they have to start so early? The kids are exhausted because they don't go to bed. You have to get them up, makeup, full hair, everything. And
because you can't, I mean, when are you going to start? There's so many dances.
I know.
Now they start Thursday in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many kids and so many solos. So there, you don't have an option. Has to start early.
It's unbelievable. It's so, especially when you go out of town, it's really exhausting because some people share rooms and then the kids don't ever get some sleep. So it's hard to compete out of town, I think. But it's also exciting. So
it's all good. I mean, it's 7 a.m. to midnight.
Sometimes midnight.
4 days in a row.
I liked going, but I didn't have to. So I didn't have to get up or go. Gino hated that I liked going.
It's a lot. It's a lot of dances.
Yeah. I just like the costumes. Though.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why.
Yeah.
So they also have some prop issues. Like the moms, they couldn't find the props. And then when they found them, the Barbie box, which was a big deal, like fell apart and they had to hammer it together with heels. And Justin goes, I've had all kinds of issues, but this is a first.
Yeah.
Hammering with your high heel.
Yeah.
So funny.
Hey, it worked.
So, yeah.
It did,
Give 'em
right?
props for that.
Just as good for it.
Right.
I guess it depends on the heel.
Yeah.
That is true.
You can have a little.
Like a big clog.
Yeah.
That is true. And then Justin is like saying that everyone better know that beyond belief is in the house and it is harder to stay on top than to get there because there's a lot of expectations every single time over and over. And Justin's very encouraging to all the kids and tells them to go out there and just be fabulous. And then we see the competition. We see the kids on stage and we catch a glimpse of Molly and Kennedy again. And
that's a costume.
Now
that's
a costume that Whitley made.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
the
so
green.
excited.
Molly is wearing a costume Whitley made for one of my groups.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones.
The green.
It's that
So
green.
pretty.
You don't see that.
And
And I was
Very
like,
pretty.
oh.
yeah.
And
And
like
then,
all together.
yes, so pretty. And
I
then
was allowed to go into the rehearsal.
that's true.
And I
that's
cried.
True. Whitley was allowed to come to my rehearsal.
Yeah. Because I didn't know what else was going on. I was just watching the fabric I
Yeah.
stayed up for 2 weeks with.
I only
move.
allowed some people in there.
Yeah.
Right.
I really did. I cried.
I
You're like, how is it? I was like, I can't look at anybody.
I know. Well, Whitley made a lot of costumes for
It's
me
fun.
at Prestige.
Yes, so talented. Together, that was so awesome.
I know.
Stella would
It's my
design it,
favorite.
Whitley would make it, and then seeing it on stage come together was really, really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, Whitley made a lot of pretty stuff
Mhm.
for me.
Then we see Leah perform her solo, and to me, that was breathtaking. That little girl on stage was, I mean, unbelievable.
I like her red hair too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. And that she was next level, and that Angie says that was next level for her, and she was unbelievable, and Justin was so proud of her. And then we see Willow and her solo, which was also breathtaking, and I think that was her last time to compete in a competition on stage. And Justin tells her to enjoy every moment and really take everything in. And then we see Ainsley's little Barbie dance, and Justin says that charismatic is her second name on stage. And then Kiana is about to perform, and Angie is all worried that if she doesn't do good, that she won't have a spot on the company. And Justin tells her to just not worry about it and just perform, and she actually performs her dance perfectly. And in a way that I found it interesting that she did so well, because it kind of all the things to lead up to that. Sometimes I think Marcella can talk about this mostly as a choreographer and teacher. You see something in the children that others don't see ever, and sometimes it takes cutting them from something. Like, even if they don't make a group dance or whatever, because you guys know better. Like, then if they really want it, they'll work harder.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect example. I mean, she got cut. She wasn't part of it in the beginning of the season, and now we're at the end of the season, and she is absolutely perfect on it. And then we hear the results, and in the minis, Ainsley gets third and Leah got first place. And then in the seniors, Keely got third, Kiana got second, and Willow got first. And I thought that it's a great ending of the season that way.
It's a good life lesson because it shows how resilient you are. Like, you're going to let one no define you, because in this business, you're going to get told no all the time, and really in life. So it depends. Like, are you going to have a bad attitude, or are you going to have a good one? So I think it shows who the kids are and their parents. If you think it's malicious or you think it's more pushing. And I think Angie and Kiana are good about knowing that it's because Justin sees something in her. Yeah. And so she fought through that. So that's good.
That's very, very good.
If you're handed everything, it just doesn't make you as strong.
That. Yeah. So many people are like that. I mean,
especially now.
Yeah.
Talking
in our
about society.
Dave.
Yeah.
And he was like so many people. And like, what's it? Helicopter parenting.
Yeah.
And
Gino we talked about
not
that.
like that as a coach. He's like, I'll kick people out if they're not listening. And he has. And all the other coaches are like, you kicked the kid out? He's like, yeah, he wasn't listening.
It's very good for them.
You have to.
Yeah.
And
the parents would talk to him after, and they're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, though, because some don't. But that's really good.
So, and then Justin says, we came, you saw, and we conquered. Win, win, win. And it was a great, great competition for them. And that was the end of episode 7.